it. Alexa, kitchen lights on.
It's now been 6 whole days since this little fella hatched from an egg abandoned by its mum. And for 6 whole days, and bloody nights, don't I just know it. I'm not used to getting up in the night for nothing, maybe a toilet break, but that's about it. Twice a night I'm getting up to feed it, and I'm bloody knackered. When that alarm goes off, I just think, nah, I can't be bothered. Then I think, what are you talking about, Ben? It's a life, and you're keeping it alive. So up I get, and I get on with it. To be honest, it doesn't take that long. It takes longer to boil the kettle and cool the food down than it does to actually feed it. But 6 days in, it's doing really, really well. I found out after a couple of days that it takes the food off the spoon way better than it does from the syringe. Although every 3rd or 4th feed, it does seem to get a lot of air in his crop. So I've learnt how to give the little guy a massage, haven't I? It's just like burping a baby. Although you've got to be really, really gentle and careful. Now, I'm lucky enough to be in a job where I don't work far from home, and I'm all over the place, so I can pop back every 3 hours or so to feed it. And obviously, because I have the Wi-Fi camera in the box, I can check on its progress from anywhere. And done. Fed, full crop, well, sort of. There is a bit of air in there, as you can see. So I'm hoping the little fella can work that out before the morning all by itself. Now it's time to go back to bed. The next morning, rather tired still, I went into the aviary and decided to remove the massive mountain of straw the finches had built in Budgie Box 1. Shortly after I left though, they decided to pick it all up off the floor and relocate it into Budgie Box 2. Ugh. That then started a war as to who could decorate the box and who could undecorate the box the fastest. Because every time the finches left, the mum-to-be, or wannabe mum, because she's just not very good at being a mum at the minute, was taking the sticks out and the finches were bringing them back in. It's quite entertaining, these cameras. Over in the budgie box that doesn't have a camera in, my only productive budgie box in the whole aviary, this is how we left it in the last video. Now, mum-to-be in the box that doesn't have a camera, I noticed this morning there was eggshells on the floor. Assumed they came from that box because no one was over here, and I was right, so I've put the camera in, had a look. She's had a clean out, she's got one left. Maybe she thinks that's still fertile. Hopefully it still is, that's why she kept that one. And this is what it looks like now. But don't worry, because here it is. It's fledged and looking beautiful and will soon be for sale. Maybe I should employ the services of this one's mum to help with my little one, who, courtesy of a couple of comments from you guys, thank you very much, now has a little teddy to cuddle up to. The next day, after doing my morning check of the aviary, I discovered something that had been coming. Daddy Blue had passed away. Over the last few months, he has been struggling to fly, and in recent weeks had started segregating himself from everyone else in the aviary, living life in solitude, keeping himself to himself. But ultimately, I knew that he wasn't well. Now, I don't know how old Daddy Budgie is, but him and Mummy Budgie have been in my aviary for 7 years, since I rescued him from a Polish couple who could not keep pets in their new flat. So to me, he is already 7 years old. He could be 10, he could be 12, he could be 15. I have no idea. But he was 7 years old to me. And between him and his late partner Mummy Budgie, they have successfully raised many, many young here in my aviary. Rest in peace, big man. Unfortunately, early the next morning, the news went from bad to worse. After 2 successful night feeds at midnight and 3 in the morning, unfortunately at 6:30 AM, my attempt at raising this baby Budgie from birth was over. Now, I don't know what happened, because the little dude had been feeding really well. Yes, there had been some air in his crop over the last couple of days that I just simply could not get out, but it seemed to be doing really well, feeding really well, alternating from syringe to spoon, and a very lively little character. But, as many of you know, Raising a baby Budgie from birth isn't easy, and it takes a lot of commitment. And unfortunately, I failed. Not through not trying, because I tried my hardest, as I wanted it to work for both the Budgie and myself, but it wasn't to be. But I gave it my all, and I'll pick myself up and I'll move on. Rest in peace, little guy.